because I have very sensitive eyes, which
my fingers just went over the lens.
we're really professional over here on the Molly Burke channel. Welcome. Makeup free, got our swimsuit on, and I am ready for a pool moment. And I thought it would be really fun to take you guys along with me. I've done some mermaid swimming videos in the past, but I don't think I've ever really showed you guys like my tips and tricks and things that I do. I literally had like a spit bubble, you guys. I don't know if that was like visible. A bubble of spit just came out of my mouth. I'm cute. Let's keep it hashtag real and relatable over here, okay? Anyways, I don't think I've ever shared just like tips and tricks and like little things I do when I'm just kind of normal swimming. And summer to me is truly the time of pools. I grew up lucky enough to have a swimming pool in the backyard for much of my childhood, and so I was like a little fishy. My parents had me in swimming lessons from the time I was just a wee thing. How old was I?
Oh, under 2.
Yeah,
I'd say like a baby.
I was like a wee swimmer flipping around, and I've just always loved swimming. Didn't I swim competitively for a brief period?
Yes.
Yeah, that never really brought me joy. I'm a very competitive person, don't get me wrong. When it comes to sports, your girl is competitive. That's why I did competitive soccer, competitive swimming, competitive dance. Very competitive person, but competitive soccer was really like my, that got me going. Swimming never really did it. I was more like, let's just like float.
But you had so much fun.
I did. I loved it. But I didn't continue because like if I had to pick between competing in soccer and competing in swimming, soccer was my homegirl. But I was a breaststroke person. That was my stroke. And yeah, so I thought I'd just take you to the pool with me. Some quick things to go over before we head to the chlorinated pool. Hello there, Molly from the future, and I'm so excited to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Native Deodorant. It is paraben, aluminum, cruelty-free, and it's vegan. The formula is simple ingredients that you recognize like shea butter and coconut oil. I am obsessed. I got 3 different scents. My current favorite is the lavender rose. It's amazing. I'm wearing it right now. And I also got the cucumber mint, which is so fresh, and I would definitely say a scent that like any gender identity would feel comfortable wearing. It's very unisex in my opinion. And then I got the coconut vanilla, which is a true beachy, summery scent. Like it transports you to being on the beach. This is a total side note, but obsessed with the packaging. It is sleek, it is simple, it's so beautiful, it feels high quality. I really love it. I think it's the type of sleek, clean look you could just leave out on your countertop or vanity because it looks just so nice. Another thing that I love is, unlike some other deodorants I've tried, it glides on really smoothly and it's a really nice texture. It's not gritty, it's not sticky, and it dries down really quickly but still stays all day even after workouts. If none of the fragrances I mentioned interest you, they do have a wide range of different fragrances, including some limited edition summer scents. Another thing I love is Native also offers plastic-free packaging, so it's the exact same formula but in a more sustainable package. Last year, Native donated $2 million worth of product to Hope and Comfort, a nonprofit, in the hopes to help deliver confidence to those in need. They also offer other body care products like body wash and toothpaste. If you use code MollyBurke at checkout or the link in the description box down below, you can get 33% off. 3 deodorants usually cost $36, but you can get 3 for $24. Honestly, I think that's a really good deal, so definitely check that out. And with that same code, you can also get 20% off any body wash or toothpaste. Now, let's get swimming. Thanks, Native. Let's do an outfit of the pool day. Okay, ready? Stand up, Nate. Let's stand up. Show the people the look. Okay, I've got on this like high-necked, cropped, hot pink patterned mesh shouldered t-shirt situation and matching bottoms that have like mesh panel on the side. Super cute. This is from Aerie, like last swim season. And then the shoes. These are my Benefit Cosmetics X Crocs. The collab we didn't know we needed, but we did. I'm obsessed. A lot of people will be like vomiting in the comments, but this isn't about you. This is about my Crocs and my love for my Crocs, and it's strong. Also, this is an actual mirror. I have a mirror on my shoe, so I think that's pretty important to mention. Then I have my trusty towel. We all need a towel at the pool. This one is from Amazon. And what else do I have? Oh, I have a nearly deflated
Where are you?
pool floaty and on my mom's cell phone. This is a pool floaty from Amazon that I was excited to float around in, but it appears it's not blown up. It's a heart shape. It's really cute. Maybe we'll get there. This is the most important piece for my blind girl swimming adventure. Goggles. I have 2 pairs. I have my highly scratched up old pair, and I have my new pair from Amazon. I always get tinted goggles that are tinted like sunglasses because I'm very light sensitive. So if I'm swimming in an outdoor pool on a sunny day, your girl cannot do it without a tinted goggle on. I usually like to have at least 1 pair of untinted goggles for indoor swimming, which is what I'm doing today, indoor swimming. Oh, wow. Peace has overcome this neighborhood. That was very loud. You don't realize how loud it is until it's gone. My apologies for that. So yeah, I usually like to have a pair of non-tinted goggles for indoor swimming, which is what I'm doing today. But alas, they have not come in from my Amazon order quite yet. And by they haven't come in from my Amazon order, I mean I haven't ordered them yet, so.
Good one. Good one.
Also, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy kind of vloggy, fun content like this, where I show you as a blind person how I just enjoy my day-to-day life and bring you for the adventure, because I really love making stuff like this. So the best way for you to let me know that you enjoy it too is by giving it a thumbs up. And also, if you're new to this channel and you want to see more of this face, then definitely make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I post twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays at 12:30 PST. Other things that I always make sure to do when I'm swimming: if I'm outdoors, of course, sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. If I'm indoors or outdoors, I just always like to remove my makeup if I'm putting my face under the water. 1, because I don't want to get makeup in the water, and 2, I don't want mascara and things like that to run into my eyes because I have very sensitive eyes, which
My fingers just went over the lens.
we're really professional over here on the Molly Burke channel. Welcome. That's the reason I wear goggles. I have extremely sensitive eyes, whether it's salt water, chlorine, anything. If water gets in my eyes, it really burns. So that's why I wear goggles, to protect my eyes. Some other things that I always make sure to do when I'm swimming in public and not a private pool is, if there is other people swimming, I make sure I let them know that I'm blind. So I will quite literally just go over to them and say, "Hi, just so you know, I'm gonna be swimming and I am blind, I can't see anything, and so, just recognize that if you swim in front of me, I will not stop, I will not see you." I just give them the heads up that I need them to avoid me because I will not be avoiding them. So those are kind of some of the key things that I make sure to do. Hair-wise, I love sticking my head under the water. Like I said, I love being like a true fish. I really like dunking my head, but it's not good, especially because I have bleached hair. I dealt with a lot of hair damage last year from all my mermaiding, every day. And so I really only let myself dunk my head once a week. It's my treat day. I'm thinking about getting a swim cap. Let me know your thoughts on that. And let me know, any hairdressers out there, if you have ideas on how to not get damage with bleached hair when you're dunking it in chemical water, let me know. But I always now put it down. So I have it up just going to the pool because it's my hair washing day. I only dunk my head on hair washing day. Yes, I have dedicated days of the week to washing my hair. But when I go in the water, you'll see that I take it down now, because last year I used to always swim with it pulled back. And I think the combination of the tension and the salt water drying it out caused a lot of breakage. So now I swim with it down, and then when I get out I put it up. So I use these plastic scrunchy elastics so that when they get wet it doesn't matter because they're plastic. Yeah, I feel like that's really all I wanted to share pre-swim. There's probably going to be other people in the pool, which is why I wanted to kind of get a lot of this out of the way. Also, the same people who are the birds are coming for me, Neve. So yeah, the same people who are renovating my condo renovated this commercial pool, which is really funny. So it's super beautiful. I'll show you around. We got the pool, change rooms. Frankly, I honestly always go down changed already, but they have beautiful change rooms, hot tub, sauna with color changing lights. So yeah, I thought I'd just take you on my fun, relaxing adventure at the pool. Let's go swimming. You can't come in here with me. No. No. That's the only other side. Kidding, there's no one else in here right now, so I can show you how pretty it is. There's like these really cool wooden slats. I want to do lots of things like this in my apartment, just like textural, interesting features. And the sink that we saw at one of the apartments I toured, like slopes down. And then I love all the like fogged glass that they've incorporated. This is the accessible bathroom. And then in the shower, they have a bench that you can like fold up and down. So if you don't want to use it, you fold it up. And if you do want to use it, you can fold it down, which I think is super cool. You have the accessible bathroom stall, the normal bathroom stall. Yeah, this is like the cute little change room. By the way, I used to think when people would ask me like, how do you swim as a blind person? I used to be like, what do you mean? I literally just swim. But then as I continued swimming and thinking as I swam about that question, I was like, you know what? I do actually swim a little different. I do actually adapt for my own needs. And it's pretty simple, like it's pretty basic. I'm a hobbyist swimmer. I'm not a Paralympic athlete. I'm not a competitive blind athlete. I learned to swim when I was sighted, and the technique I use to swim as a blind person now is something I taught myself, just simply like because it was what made me feel safe and comfortable. But the Paralympics are, depending on when this goes up, either currently happening or about to happen or just happened, who knows. I don't have my video schedule yet, but I think it's important for you guys to like, if you're really interested in how blind people swim, I'm just showing you as like a hobbyist swimmer who adapted myself, but there are people who are blind and who are formally trained on how to swim safely as blind people, and they go to very high levels like Paralympics, and so definitely check them out. I would definitely be curious to take a swimming lesson for the blind one day to see like how they adapt it. I feel like I've heard what they do is like, they use a pool noodle to tap on your head when you're near the end or something, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, so that would be super interesting. It's time to get in, which is always the hardest part. I'm a baby about the cold water. It's bright. Okay, it's not too cold. It's the tummy. The tummy's always the hardest. Is that for anybody else? Just me? I'm lucky enough to have the pool to myself, and when I have the pool to myself, I sometimes like will just go off swimming in the middle and like having fun and doing handstands and twists, and I'll kind of swim in the middle. But when people are here, I definitely only swim on one side. I've gone to the side of the pool where there's no stairs or like ladders because I'm trailing the edge of the wall. So if I'm doing that with the ladder, I hit the ladder. So I go to the side with no ladder. I'm gonna dunk, put my goggles on, and get swimming. So the whole time, every time I was doing the breaststroke, I would hit my hand against the edge of the wall and trail just to make sure I was still close to the wall, because honestly, if I'm not swimming next to the wall and when I have the pool to myself and I am just like going in the middle, I don't go straight. I can't keep a straight line. You saw that my hand contacted the end of the pool before my face did, which is always key. All right, I'm gonna keep going. Disoriented when I do it though. Okay, wait, let me show you like twist, my front twist. One thing that I want to mention that's also cool about this pool, and obviously it's not every pool, but this pool's indoor, and it has these circular lights above the pool. And so if I am swimming with my head out of water, like keeping my hair dry and stuff, I can look at the lights above me to kind of track how close to the end of the pool I am as well, if I'm not trailing the edge of the wall.
Hello.
Oh, hi. And then when I'm done swimming, I just throw my hair in like a very loose knot with that elastic. Sorry, it's very loud. And then I just jump out at the corner where I finish, because I know that if I get out on this side, all I have to do is take a few steps and I'm at the hot tub, which is always the best way to end a swim. So instead of going across to the ladder and trying to get around the pool, I just like, you know, do a good little lift up, a good exercise. And then I can just walk this way. And one thing that's interesting is I've never liked jets in hot tubs. I feel like it's almost too sensory overload, especially if I'm sitting there trying to talk with people. It's like they're bubbling in my face because I'm super short, so the water always comes up to like my chin. Short girl problem, sitting on the benches in hot tubs, and I just kind of feel overloaded. I don't know if that's like a blind thing. It's probably just a Molly thing. Although my boyfriend is also blind and is the only other person I know who doesn't like hot tub jets. So who knows? But I'm a no jets kind of girl. Okay, and now I'm gonna get out and just go right to my right, directly to my right, to a sauna, which I love a good dry heat moment. And it has color changing lights. There's a dial and you can select what color you want for color therapy, which I am going to be incorporating into my at-home steam shower in my new place. I'm so sorry, this audio is probably horrific. So yeah, I'm gonna go relax in the sauna. I really like it because it's like all glass. Even though you're very hot and sweating, you don't feel claustrophobic because it's so bright with full glass. Time to dry off on these very cushy plush chairs and head home for dinner. In the change room, we are done. I'm sorry, the audio is probably like a hot mess. I might have to put like subtitles up. I'll put those in the description box below for my blind folk. Hopefully it was okay though. I had a lot of fun. Thanks for coming on this pool day, blind girl adventure. There was no time to play with my heart-shaped floaty. That'll have to wait for another day. Until then, for more Molly, you can click over here to see my video about independence as a blind person, or you can click over here to see me do something else. Talk about my weight, the truth about my weight loss. There you go. Bye guys.